Don't be afraid of using big ships in combat. Now, I just had a session recently where we ended up having this ship combat where the ship was sailing across the desert. They retrofitted it, and they had to go face off against a giant worm. Now, I'm talking about the kind of sand worm that's like the dune-sized worms, you know, it's ripping through everything. So they had to utilize sailing this ship around, repairing the ship like quickly on the go, and firing off the cannons. Now, also in the area, there was a lot of undead that were constantly trying to get on through the openings in the ship made by the worm. So there was a lot of fun that we could use. We had like NPC crew members. We had just like a handful of them, gave them random names. When the ship took too much damage, these NPCs were flying off and dying. We also had like different things that we were trying to implement, like safety tools to try to keep those NPCs alive. We're repairing the ship as fast as we could, firing off those cannons. It was a lot of fun, and this went completely outside of your normal realm of combat. We're so used to just like your basic initiative, running in there, using your weapons and skills that the characters are granted through their class. But by utilizing this ship and not really having this opportunity to use the cool magic items that they had, but instead they had to rely on this ship that they've invested so much money in throughout the campaign, it then created this whole new kind of experience for them. And they were thrilled. By the end of the session, when they had finished off that worm and they had lost a handful of crew members, we had a little rest in peace list. When the worm was taken down, they cheered. They were so excited. It was such a good time. And it's a session that I'm going to remember for a long time to come because it was a unique situation. It wasn't just fighting the big bad. It was utilizing this ship that they've had for so long when they were sailing across the sea, retrofitting it for the desert, and then fighting off against this sandworm in this big, glorious battle to try to get something back. And it was just so much fun. So don't be afraid to utilize things like ships or, you know, other kinds of vehicles that the players could be using in combat, because it creates a whole new dynamic and your table is going to really love it.